Hey Aries. Anyways, all right, theme of the month is death. Death is not a physical death. Death is actually an excellent card. It's transformation, it's rebirth. It's changes. So when you get the death card, again, it's not a physical death. This is transformation. This is a rebirth. This is starting over, which, if I'm being honest, the first thing that's going to pop into my head is reconciliation, because again, there is a rebirth here. There's a death of something, which could be you guys not communicating, could be, you know, you're single currently or you're separated. There's some sort of communication coming in with this, because the minute I saw it, I was like, oh, here we go again. For some of you, that's negative. You're like, oh, I don't want to see this person again. And for others of you, you're like, okay, you know, I can kind of feel it coming. It's really weird because you guys have been on my mind all day. So for whatever reason, you've been on my mind, which translates to me, especially with death coming up first, that you've been on their mind a lot. Now, cross watchers, you're welcome to flip this. So don't give me shit down below because you don't like the way I'm reading for them. Either check your own read or reverse this however it pertains to you. But again, some sort of change is coming, and with that change is transformation and rebirth, which also tells me that people are working on themselves. You're working on yourself, they're working on themselves. Maybe they're coming towards you with like a brand new outlook or a brand new option or a brand new, you know, just beginning. I feel like somebody's really missing you right now. All right, the next card you have is the Eight of Pentacles, which makes sense. So you've been keeping your head in the responsibility factor. You've been keeping your head, the Eight of Coins or Eight of Pentacles is about working. It's about due diligence. It's about hard work. I'm not sitting here dwelling on the past. I'm focusing on today. I'm focusing on the present. I'm focusing on what I need to do. I got bills to pay. I've got things. I got kids that need things. I've got fur babies that need things. Myself, I need to be a priority. I have emotional needs. I have to take better care of myself, or this just tells me you're not focused on them. So for a lot of you, this is somebody you may have already let go. You may have like put this out in the universe and said, hey, if we're meant to be, or if something's meant to come through with this person, then it'll happen. It will be some sort of rebirth. But you decided to let that control go, or you decided to let that go in your head and move on with your life, which isn't that ironically usually when somebody comes back, when we finally cut them off and say, okay, you know, I've got shit to take care of. You're not taking up any more of my headspace. And then voila, they come in and say, hey, what you been doing? How you doing? All right, the next card you have is how you're feeling. And you have the Emperor. So yeah, I mean, you're on top of it. Aries is also the Emperor card, so you could have Aries in your chart, or you could be dealing with an Aries. But again, the Emperor is saying, this is how you're feeling coming into the month. Like, I'm raising my vibration. I am making sure that I am the best person I can be, taking care of business. The Emperor is very traditional, just very, you're not moping anymore. You're not worried about the situation. It feels like, for some of you out there, and this could be for one or two, I hear like sleepless nights are done, you're back on track, you've been, you know, the momentum has been moving in a succinct direction, in the direction that you need it to go to be healthy and to kind of get over this whole situation. So it's very interesting. A lot of you have come out the other side, right? And now it's like, oh, I don't know. Okay, the next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood, you have the Nine of Wands. So this is the universe's way. Whenever I read the past card, it's the universe either like warning you of behaviors that need to end, or helping you along. And right here, the universe with the Nine of Wands this is stamina. This is capability. So the Nine of Wands is really saying, look, if this person comes into your life, again, is there going to be a breakdown of things, the way things were going? Because the breakup was painful, and because the connection was so strong, the breakup was gut-wrenching. And that, for any of us, because everybody's been through some sort of heartbreak, can be detrimental. Maybe work's not a priority anymore. Maybe you're, you know, just getting by as a parent. Like, yeah, my kids are fed and clothed and clean, but my mind is elsewhere. I'm not as present, right? Because, I mean, that can happen even just if you have trouble at work, your mind can be somewhere else. So this right here, the universe is saying, if you can keep the momentum you've built for yourself and still talk to this person or have some sort of communication with them, then great. We know you're more than capable and you're full of stamina to make this happen. But if the minute you hear from this person, you start thinking that, oh, like, if you can feel the breakdown, not like you're breaking down, but if you can feel that kind of sick to your stomach. Does that make sense? Like if you can feel kind of like, oh, this might not be good for me. Like I got myself back on track and I can't go backwards. That's a big red flag here, because right now your strength is huge and moving in a forward direction. When this person comes around, do they damage that? Do they deter your strength? What type of energy do they bring around? Can you keep up this good flow where it's now, or where you're getting to? Some of you may be like, well, Dark Dove, I'm not quite there, but I can feel it. I know it's coming. Like I have the confidence to do this. If this person comes back, okay, if they come back into your life, what are you looking at? Are you looking at something that's going to feel good? Are you looking at something that's going to be, you know, breaking you down or building you up? Okay. The next card you have is your immediate past. Over the past few weeks, past month or two, heartbreak. Okay, so you've been dealing with it. For a lot of you, I feel like this breakup could have happened months ago, maybe even a year ago. But you made a decision over the past month or two to get over the heartbreak. Yeah, feel the pain. Feel it. Feel the fucking pain. Feel the torment. Feel all of it. And then say, enough. I'm done. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm not feeling this anymore. Moving on with my life. So this being in your past tells me you are like on the other side of this breakup. You are on the other side of this. Now, for some of you, there's still hurt. And when you have a connection that's strong, there's always going to be a little bit of hurt. It takes a long time. But this is like success. You are successfully moving in the right direction. So that's why I wonder if this person comes back in, they must have made a major transformation, I feel like, for you to damage anything, any structure you started to build again. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, you have the Eight of Cups. It's kind of what I'm feeling. I kind of feel like the ball's in your court. If you want to take them back, you can, or if you want to communicate with them, you can. I feel like they'll be coming towards you. But this Eight of Cups is what I was thinking may be happening. Because the Eight of Cups is stagnation. It's not moving. The Eight of Cups is feeling like dissatisfaction. And I feel like when this person comes back, there may not be the momentum behind it you need. There may not be the transformation to make this rebirth happen. Because here you're like, I don't want any cup. I want the cup. But I don't know that this person can satisfy you in that way. Because I don't know. I worry they may come back and say what they think you need to hear for you to even talk to them. But in the end, you may just be dissatisfied with the momentum, with the movement of it. Because I don't know that what their offer brings or their communication brings has anything behind it. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the month, you have the Page of Cups. Okay, this is pretty important. This is emotion, okay, but it's also childlike innocence. It's feeling like you're seeing things for the first time. So when this person comes back, which they're coming back, like it's full force, they're coming back. Somebody's coming back towards you. But you're going to be looking at this like with a whole new set of eyes. Those rose-colored glasses are gone. That lovey-dovey, oh, you know, he said hello, she said hello, so I'll immediately talk to them. You're looking at this differently. You're looking at this going, is this healthy for me? Like, you're looking at it outside of that panicked mode, right? Like I keep saying, you've come out the other side. Like, you're able to focus on it and look at the situation without the emotional backlash, without the grief or anger or sadness or whatever. You're able to view this with clear eyes, clear sight, and you're able to feel the emotions if need be, but not give in to them if it doesn't feel right. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. Yeah. And this is part of your recovery. This is part of why you're feeling better. Okay. This is throughout the month. Could last a week, a day. You have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is celebration. It's getting together with people. It's meeting people. Sorry, cross watchers, but maybe on the top of the mountain at this point going, hey, I'm going to see what's out there, or I'm interested in, excuse me. Now, don't get your panties in a wad or anything like that because of this. What I'm saying is, I feel like you're going to be getting out and meeting people. I don't necessarily know that you're ready to get out and meet the person. Although you might be, because maybe you're holding off for the cup, like I said, but this is more you're alive again. You're feeling good again. You want to hang out with friends. Before it was like, oh, Saturday night was, you know, me and my pint of ice cream or whatever pint you want, and like a movie or my kids or whatever, when maybe A year ago it was once a month I'm going to call up my girlfriends or guy friends and we're going to get together, or we're going to hang out, or I'm going to get out and see a concert. I feel like you've been closed off, and it's really, I just was told to like breathe, like literally. Oh, I just got the craziest chills ever. That was insane. It's like you're breathing life back in again. You are literally like, you have transformed and you are breathing life again. And for a long time you felt dead. Now I just want to bawl my eyes out. So I'm going to stop there. But you get my drift. All right. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. Yeah. Well, this makes sense. Could be the beginning, middle, end, etc. You have the King of Pentacles. Top of the world, top of the earth, doing fantastic. This is somebody who's very business-like, but also very full of stability and ready for romance. And like, you're like, this is saying you're at the top of your game. I mean, there's no other way to say it other than the King of Pentacles is you're feeling this month like, I've got my shit together. I've got myself in control. I know what I want. I know what I'm worth. Like, my self-worth is, my vibrations are high and I'm not going back low. I've done that way too many times. Like, mentally healthy, you're better. Physically healthy, you're better. Just a lot of things good going for you, which is why I get nervous about this person coming through. But because of all this going on, I feel like you're strong enough to figure it out. Remember, this capable, person full of stamina and strength. I feel like you're capable of saying no if that's the direction you need to go. The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. You have the Ace of Swords, clarity, and you have the power. I said when we first came into the read, or at some point along the read, that I feel like it's kind of not the upper hand, I don't want to say, because that makes it feel like a game a lot, but just the power's in your court. The power's in your hand right now. Because the Ace of Swords rectifies. The Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords represents clarity, logic, power. You're seeing things very clearly. You know what you need. You know what you didn't get. You're not harping on the I didn't get anymore because you're choosing to get out of the negative mind space. But the Ace of Swords is saying, hey, you can see things clearly. That's why I said here with this page, you may be going, I don't know that I could see this happening for us together again. I can't be here anymore when I've got all this going on. All right, the final card, and then we'll clarify. Your outcome, the Knight of Swords. Well, that makes sense. You have some things you still need to get off your chest. This person burned you pretty bad. You got past that. You're, for the most part, most of you, like I said, some of you are still working on it. But the Knight of Swords is somebody who's confrontational, maybe hostile. Now, this could be the energy that's coming towards you. They may not be okay with the fact that you're moving on and you're letting go, and maybe they're not understanding why you're not as broken as they are about it. Because, like I said, with this transformation, with the Death card, oh, by the way, Scorpio's card, you could be dealing with Scorpio or have Scorpio in your chart, but the Knight of Swords is somebody who has something to say. And I kind of feel like you'll say what you need to say. And it may not be nice. You may not bite your tongue this time. You may be like, no, fuck you. You cheated, you lied, you stole, whatever it is that you've been through with this person. I feel like this is either you coming in saying, hey, they contact you and you're like, yeah, I'm willing to talk to you, but we're going to have a conversation, like an actual conversation. Because anytime we tried to have a real conversation before, I never got truth. And the Knight of Swords is like, I've got something to say. Maybe you've kept mum. Maybe you haven't said anything and now you're ready to. However, on the flip side, I almost feel like them coming in, not understanding why you're not still in pain. Not understanding, how could you move on from me? How could you be over this? Don't we have a connection? What's wrong with you? Like, they're angry. But you're going to handle it with dignity because the Queen of Wands, she is full of ferocity. Just unbelievable. The Queen of Wands is confident and full of energy and belief and self-belief. And that's what you need to confront this type of situation. That's what you need, is the Queen of Wands energy. Stand your ground. Hold whatever your truths are, whatever you need, whatever is important to you in life. Don't get fed up. Don't not be you. Don't give up whatever this is you've built up, because nobody can take this away from you now. Nobody. So you need to make sure you hold your own. And I have no doubt you will. And I think the minute they contact you, if you have that gut, like, sick to my stomach feeling, and you're like, I don't know, I'm cringing when they're texting me, there's something wrong there. Then it's time to move on. Then it tells you that they're not worth your time. Then you have the Empress, okay? Which is Mother Nature. This is creation. This is sensuality. This is fruitfulness. This tells me you're seeking something bigger. This tells me with the Empress, this is a beautiful card. The Empress is somebody who is one with nature, which to me tells me you're organically you. For the first time in a long time, breathe. That's what they told me. Like they did a minute ago. Literally is like, recognize that. This negativity or whatever may come back towards you, and I'm not saying crosswatchers, don't freak out. I'm not saying everybody's negative. I'm not saying that it's terrible, that it has to be that way. But for some people, this was a very ugly situation, and I can feel it. And I can feel that past negativity. And this is done feeling that negativity. And if keeping somebody out of your life is going to continue letting you be successful, then that's what you have to fucking do. Now, you have clarifying cards here, the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. I don't know that you will take this person back. If you do, it will be slow and steady, and I don't feel like you will be satisfied, at least not right off the bat, because of that Eight of Cups, followed by the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is success, it's achievement, it's pride, but this feels like you. This feels like your pride, your success, your game, like top game, not anything to do with them. This feels like I've risen. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired. This isn't satisfying me anymore. It's not. It hasn't. And self-discovery is what is creating these higher vibrations for me. Because then you have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is rest, recuperation, and exhaustion. And I feel like when this person comes back around, that is almost what you're going to feel. Like you have to rest. You have to recuperate. Do you want to go back to them? Do you want to feel like fighting again? Do you want to feel like insecurities because of distrust, because of dishonesty? If you do, great. Then you'll always be in recuperation mode. But if you don't, you realize where you've come on your own. And if this person doesn't build you up and they bring you down, it's a no-go. And I think you've come too far to where you recognize that and realize that. And you're not going to settle for anything less. All right. I'll see you soon. Bye.